So another question I seem to get a bit is, what can I take before a pre-workout that is not a testosterone boost, that is a bit more safer, that won't cause strain on my organs or dehydration, anything like that? Well, one of my ways of doing it is I take anywhere from 200 to 300 milligrams of caffeine in the tablet form. Just chew it and swallow it. You have to trial and error it a little bit. Everyone is different. I have anywhere from 5 to 10 flaxseed oil tablets, or oil you can have. Coconut butter, 1-2 teaspoons depending. What else? Creatine, so 1 teaspoon or maybe 2 depending. So you've always got to trial and error creatine a little bit. But always do it in hot water as well, in a glass, so that way you can see it actually dissolves, and instead of it becoming a white cleary like a snow thing in the water, you want to use hot water, or really warm water, so it dissolves. Then put your cold water in. So that's pretty much usually all I have before a pre-workout. Sometimes I'll actually have as well, I'll flood my body with, depending on my nutrition for the day, what's going on. But I also put in calcium tablets of a very rich nature source, and vitamin D, because the two actually complement each other. With vitamin D in, calcium actually gets absorbed really well into the body. And being these days, a lot of people don't have a lot of vitamin D in their skin and bone structure from not enough sun, especially down if you're in the bottom half of like Australia or something. It's quite hard. So putting the two together is actually a lot better, because you actually use, calcium actually comes out of your bone structure to actually help you lift weight. And the last thing you want to do is draw on your bone mineral. That's why it's very important to have calcium, or extremely good calcium vitamin D intake from food sources. So there's a lot of variables there that you have to be careful on. So also electrolytes, I can have things like, I'll have vitamin C beforehand, Celtic salt, that's about a teaspoon of that, maybe half. And potassium in its concentrated elements. So shop around for things like that. So Celtic salts, potassium, calcium tablets, vitamin D3 tablets, vitamin C in its powder form, creatine, what else is there? Caffeine tablets, your fats, and like coconut butter and flaxseed oil, and that's really it. It's safe. It's just going to raise your awareness, your alertness and all that stuff. You don't need all this other pre-workout stuff to give you that massive boost. That stuff is such a strain on your organs, you just don't realise. If you jump on the net, read some of the reviews, it's more things, it's what's going to happen probably in the last 20 years or something. When they go to do a biopsy on someone when they die, they can pull stuff out that actually gets stored in the body, and they could show you clumps of whatever it is to show literally what it is. I mean, there was a lady in her 60s, she died quite early, and she had a massive build-up of like this, literally like a handful of this white sugary stuff that was all toxins, mainly from out of tap water and foods as well. Just this build-up of, I'm not exactly sure what it was, but it just goes to show your body will store, and imagine literally a clump of that sitting all over your body. I mean, your body's just going to rust in that one term. So always clean, detox all the time, jump on the net, have a good look around, do your research, listen to people that are really smart and not just trying to sell you something. I'm not trying to sell you guys anything. I'm trying to give you guys awareness of what's out there, because it's pretty scary. Cool guys. Take care.